Yaakov he said he wants to say a few words, but I said I'm going to have the floor most of the time anyways because I'm giving out the words. I might as well just say what he was going to say in brief. He had a more extreme version. He pretty much wanted to say how, like, a bunch of years ago, we wanted to have this team kosher cyclists. We wanted to have a Jewish cycling club. Because we felt that, there's people who ride origins all the time. They ride together. But there's no, real, club with, strict, they have training all the time. And they have, rides all the time. And we figured we want to get that involved. So, we were going riding with us in Spielberg one day. And we were it was a really long ride, 100 miles. And smack in the middle of the road, we got lost. And we're like, we should make a club together. And then we got working. We called people. We sent, everyone has their own story how they heard of us. But the point is that there's a lot of people here, and there's a few people who couldn't make it, unfortunately. But on behalf of them, we have, I think we have 4 people, and there's more to come next year. So it's going to be exciting, and this was just a vision and a dream, and now it's a reality. And it's just going to grow, and I'm very proud that everybody can be part of our first successful year. Good job. Woo! Okay. Before we go on and give everyone awards, because we have many awards, we have we have the awards for the Rider Miles. I first I would like to tell you some interesting statistics that I have calculated over the past while, because I'm the guy who keeps track of all the miles. Mm-hmm. So as a total, I'm not counting from the beginning of the season, which was actually in April, but from the beginning of June till November, we rode 20,878 miles.
Wow.
That's insane. That's almost around the entire world. So you rode across America, your team almost did the entire world. But we're one continent short. Next year, we're going to get it. What's cool is every week, the average rider rode 72.5 miles,
wow.
Which is a very incredible feat. And look at the chart, we're pretty steady, except for Yantif. The dip goes in, and then the stump goes out, and then after it comes back under again. But what's crazy is if you calculate the calories that you burn, okay? So from June until now, we burned over 1 million calories together, wow. Which is like 20 pounds per person. So you know how you eat before a ride and after you're so hungry. So some guys, we don't lose weight, but we have to eat that extra stuff. So it's incredible.
We don't have to eat the extra
this
stuff.
This is equivalent as a club to eating 2,500 hamburgers or 458 pies of pizza. So I think we should get a pizza sponsor for next year.
Or today's breakfast.
Or a burger sponsor.
Or today's breakfast.
And we should tell them this and say, do you have 2,500 burgers for us? Because we were going to destroy them. Okay. So that's that. So that was a very nice competition we had. Let's also, congratulate everybody who did their own little feats. We had people who they did Bike MS, who rode across the country for Bike for Friendship. Other people donated for Bike for Friendship. We had people who did Bike for Chai. We had people who just rode, which is a very, very awesome thing. We also had people who did the New York City Bike Tour and all these other wonderful events. We also, my brother and someone else who I know rode across New York State. It's nothing. I could have done it also. and then also some people they became members after, but they still had their own ride. But what my point to you guys is saying that we're not just about riding and pedaling. Everyone's doing incredible things. Everybody did a charity fundraising thing. So it's not just about pedaling. It's also about pedaling for a cause, and we really battled for causes.
Bike for the fight.
We also helped Bike for the Fight. Yes, we did Bike for the Fight. Some of you guys were there. I'm just looking at this half room. The older crowd. These guys they fundraised money for cancer research in Israel, and they called on us. It's a big honor. They called on Kosher cyclists to be their bike support people. We gave them bikes. We planned the route. We were the people who ran the event.
We helped J Runners. Remember?
We also helped J Runners. Right. This is so much reminiscing right here. On the slideshow, you'll have pictures of everything. That was a very big deal. They actually called us and said, we need to make a race and we're running low on funds. How are we going to have a timing? How are we going to have security?
$2,000 for people to.
And we said no, it's not a problem. We have a bunch of guys who really want to help, and you're not asking us for a favor. We want to do it. So we called people and said, you're riding 3 a.m. till 6 a.m. And I don't know who rode the whole night. I think Josh rode the whole night.
Benzie. No, I came in at 1 a.m.
Oh, early.
I left at 1 a.m.
Benzie rode the whole night, and you'll see a picture of it in the morning.
Oh my God.
I started at the bridge. I met you guys at the bridge around.
Yeah, that's where I met the first
time. So it's been a very successful first year. So now I just want to let you know, people are wondering what's going to be different next year because, as a growing club, you always got to make changes. So I got a little list here. Okay, the changes will be, we're going to have, everyone has these rides that's 140 miles, raise $3 million for charity, and then everything was happy. We're gonna try to get her a few rides that are like $25 per person. Suggested donation, come ride, and it'll be for an hour, hour and a half. On Sunday, we're gonna try to make a few of those. We're gonna try to find stuff that really that everyone loves that can also give back to the cycling community a little bit. That'd be the best thing. We're gonna figure it out. We got that under control. Another thing is we're speaking to people. We're trying to get more sponsors for next year, but not just people who are going to put their name on the jersey. We want people who are going to actually give us discounts in their stores. So we spoke to a few bike shops. They're considering it. We're speaking to them, and we might give everyone a personal Kosher cyclist ID card, which will be your access. This is all this is probably what's going to happen. We want to put your personal information on it in case something happens. People will contact you. Also, what we were doing is we're spending a lot of time on recruitment. Also, with the ladies, this year we had a lot of men in our club. We were trying to build up a women's club. Also, we have separate rides for men and women, but we still want to make one big Kosher cyclist group. So we're doing outreach, and we have our potentials, and we're trying to get them involved. And we're gonna try to build up a larger club, which will mean more rides and more different levels for everybody, which is everyone can benefit from. Another one is we're gonna have training. We're gonna be more consistent. We're gonna have this past year we only had 3 guys who were on the racing team. This year, this coming year, we have 2 more people who are planning on joining who are already part of the club. We have Justin and Josh who's gonna want to train, and that's gonna be more consistent. And then we're gonna have it's gonna be more we're gonna have more structure. And this time the miles are gonna start in April. So I know everyone said I could have won it because April I pedaled like crazy. So next year I'm taking you up for it, and if you don't, you're gonna have to take me out for dinner.
Or you just lose the competition.
Take me up for dinner. And another one we're gonna try to work on since we're gonna have a club, and we're having more power because we're gonna get more sponsors. We're gonna get higher quality jerseys because that's where there's no profit to be made from Kosher cyclists whatsoever. To any extent, we don't I don't get paid $10 an hour for my services. It all goes right back into the club, and we're trying to make every member as happy as they can, trying to keep the cost as low as possible. We're not that club that charges $100 for membership and then charges another $90 for a jersey, because there are some people who do that. We try to get it as low as possible. That's how we get old Jews, That's how I tell people. And the last one, due to the request, is we're gonna have more ride-in queues. Not come to a race. We're gonna actually have a bike ride and then have a barbecue, like a lunch this way. You don't have to eat lunch, so I can't say I have to go for lunch. You can actually come for us and lunch. And it gets people on the bike, people who are normally riding. We're also gonna send out a poll via emails. People are very good with emails. We're gonna send out a poll to all of our members, and we're gonna ask you several questions. And it's important that you answer them to your best ability, because this is really where the next direction goes. Because I have a great idea, we should do this, but if no one wants to, or people want to do something else, we gotta listen to you. You're the people. You are the club. I have great ideas, but I'm one person. There's a club of 18, 20 people who matter. That's 45, 100 people. Okay. With that out of the way, so we're gonna start with the awards. Okay, we're gonna start from the first place of the Riders Miles. He's actually not here. He was gonna get like this.
You're buying more time to get here.
No. I've contacted the people who are supposed to get the awards. Whoever is here. Someone, Josh Goldman sent a shliach, his beautiful Isaac Klein. He's going to accept the medal on behalf of him. Shmuel Lubin told me to accept the medal on his behalf and his jersey on his behalf. So let's start this.
Does that mean you keep the jersey?